What's up, y'all? This is Stones back with another video. I wanted to try something different with this video. I haven't really done this before, where I've actually reacted to my own video in itself. So this will be an interesting one. I find Take Me As I Am to be very personal on a deep level. So it'll be nice to just go through it, to share it with you guys about what each line, what each metaphor means, but also it's also residing with my own thoughts and my own view of this poem. So yeah, man, let's just jump into it. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video if you enjoy this type of content, and yeah, let's get into it. Take me as I am, for I am a simple somebody, not high and mighty. Take me as I am, for I am a genuine soul, reaping what I sow, neglecting the words from those I love most. Understanding my past gets 60% of the votes. Trying not to unleash the other side when the thoughts start to provoke. The bird in the cage. Okay, let's stop there. Now. To start it off. Now, when I first thought about this poem, I don't know. I've always had this idea of whoever I meet in the world, it's like, nah, man, take me as I am. Don't take me for what you heard, for what you see. My potential almost. Take me for the energy that I bring. Take that and judge me off that. You understand what I'm saying? So I've always had this line of mine, just take me as I am. So I've always wanted to do something with that. And then I recently wrote a short poem about it. And then as I'm reading back into it, I'm like, nah, man, I feel like I should go deeper with this. I feel like I can speak more on what it actually means, So then I'm like, okay, cool. So I sat down with my thoughts, I sat down with myself, and I just started writing it. And I thought, what would be the best first opening line, you know what I mean, the opening line of the poem. So of course, take me as I am. Then I said, well, let me actually take it back. My auntie, just shout out to her back in Durban. I don't know, we were driving somewhere, whatever, and then when you're talking to someone or you're listening to someone's conversation, you don't really hear 99% of what they're saying. You know what I mean? You're listening to them, but you're not hearing what they're saying. But there was just one line, well, there's two lines that she said that stuck with me. And I don't think it'll leave me till the day I die. But I don't know, just out of the blue, she says, hey, you know what? I'm just a simple somebody, not high and mighty. Or she said the other way around. She says, no, me, I'm not high and mighty. I'm just a simple somebody. I was like, wow. Now, first time I'm hearing, I'm like, yo, that stuck to me. I don't know if you guys can resonate with that. Like, if you're talking to someone, there's just a few words or just something that captivates you that will just stick to your core memory and won't leave you. You know what I mean? So that stuck with me. So I was like, damn, man, that's me. Like, take me as I am, for I am a simple somebody. What you see is what you get type of thing. I'm not that over flashy or over shovers, or come across like I'm somebody that I'm not. You know what I mean? So take me as I am, for I am a simple somebody, not high and mighty. Don't put me on a pedestal, because I'm just like you. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I find that to be the perfect opening line to start off this poem. So then when we carry on, we go, take me as I am, for I am a simple somebody, not high and mighty. Take me as I am, for I am a genuine soul, reaping what I sow, neglecting the words from those I love most. Now take it back. I'm actually thinking this video is going to be quite long, but if you guys stick with me, we'll get through this together. So take me as I am, for I am a genuine soul. Okay, that's understandable, right? Reaping what I sow, right? So I'm thinking about when you sow, it's like it's almost the past, talking about the past sins. So I'm reaping the stuff that I've done in the past. Take me as I am, for I'm a genuine soul, me, present. Just reaping what I sow from the past. Sorry, man, this is my ears, a bit weird. So reaping what I sow back in the past. Neglecting the words, so pushing away the words from those I love most. So I'm looking back at the past, but I'm pushing away the words from those I love most. Understanding my past, talking back in the past tense. That's what I like about this. It goes back to, sure, it's powerful. I find this poem to be powerful. It goes back into the past, to the present, and to the future multiple times. And it's like each sentence, it like jumps back and forth. It flows into it. So neglecting the words from those I love most. Understanding my past gets 60% of the votes. Now, where did that be? The votes of who you are today, the votes of who you are in the future, but 60% of the votes. So 60% could mean that your past is undeniably who you are today, and also who you're going to be in the future. You know what I mean? So I can go deep on that. I feel like that line needs to be a whole video in itself. But yeah, let me move past that. I don't want to make this too long. So understanding my past gets 60% of the votes. Trying not to unleash the other side when the thoughts start to provoke. So that one's quite self-explanatory. You know, when the thoughts start to run through your mind, you just don't want to unleash that other. You don't want to unleash the side that people haven't seen before. You know, it's almost, are you afraid, or are you scared of that side, or you know what I mean? So I don't know. That was just a perfect analogy to say. And then to end it off, the bird in the cage. You know what I mean? Like, damn. So all of that is talking about a bird. A bird with wings, a bird trying to grow his wings inside the cage. Talking about the past, 60% of his past gets 60% of the votes. Trying not to unleash the other side when the thoughts start to provoke, you know. So it's something powerful, but to start it off, that's the bird in the cage. When the thoughts start to provoke, the bird in the cage. Take me as I am, for the truth is hard to overcome. Knowing damn well is what will set you free. Battle not with the other side. Let me actually pause it there. Let me actually pause it there. So, take me as I am, for the truth is hard to overcome. Knowing damn well is what will set you free. So now, basically, in the last verse, if you want to call it, we were talking more about the past. You know. So now we come to the realization. Okay. The past is behind us. Let's focus on the now. Okay. With that, we're saying the truth is hard to overcome. Knowing damn well is what will set us free. Now, if you look at it in a bird's perspective, that's so beautiful about this poem. Always look at it in a bird's perspective. The metaphor is the bird inside, going outside, and then initially at the end of it, we'll get there. But the bird is looking outside of the cage and saying, the truth is hard to overcome. Knowing damn well is what will set me free. So I need to understand and I need to accept the truth in order to be set free. Then it goes on to battle not with the other side. Oh, wow, this is powerful. As soon as you look through those bars, look through the cage, like the bars of the cage, as soon as you look through, you're looking on the other side, and you say, battle not with the other side. Sure. Yet he become that side. Let me play it for you. Let me play it for you. Cage. Take me as I am, for the truth is hard to overcome. Knowing damn well is what will set you free. Battle not with the other side, yet he become that side. And gaze upon into what is, for what is gazes into you. Now let me stop it here. So battle not with the other side, yet he become that side. Now this is this short quote here is actually inspired by Jordan Peterson. He actually said this, but he was talking about being a monster. I'm talking about being set free from where you are at the moment. So if you look through the cage, you look into your future, you look outside into what looks like freedom, and you say to yourself, battle not with that side, yet I become that side. I become free inside the cage, and gaze upon into what is, gaze upon into the truth, gaze upon into self-belief, self-discipline, gaze upon into being set free, gaze upon into life, to joy. Yet I become that inside the cage, inside this environment where I'm stuck, where I can't move. I find that to be powerful, very powerful. And gaze upon into what is, for what is gazes into you. Gaze long enough to see the truth of opportunity, for what you see is not what you see. Before it was battling addiction. Let me stop there. So it says, gaze long enough to see the truth of opportunity, for what you see is not what you see. Sure, that spoke to me. When I was actually thinking about that, I was thinking about what can I say where? It's almost like a twist and a turn. I'm telling you directly what I'm meaning, but indirectly I'm actually telling you the opposite. So gaze long enough into the abyss, gaze long enough outside of the cage to see the truth of opportunity, to see the opportunity of being free, of being set out into the world, doing you. See that opportunity. But remember, what you see directly outside of those, just the bars itself, just the, how can I call it, not even a tunnel vision, but just outside of that small block of the bars. Gaze long enough to see through them. And remember, what you see is not what you're actually seeing. Because what you see is not what it is on the outside. I hope that makes sense, but sure, let's continue. Before it was battling addiction, anxiety that makes you sleep the pain away, the fear of the unknown, a lost soul just trying to find the definition of unity. The bird outside the cage. Sure, that's powerful. So I go from looking outside into the abyss to now looking into myself. Looking into myself, and now I'm thinking about what I've been through, what I am going through. So I'm actually looking at the truth in myself. So I was saying before, it's not who I am now, it's who I was before. I was battling addiction, anxiety that makes you sleep the pain away. I'm not sure what's the term for it, but I don't know. I just like that sentence of, and the way it rolls through my tongue. So anxiety that makes you sleep the pain away, the fear of the unknown, and then just to put a little rhyme scheme from gaze long enough to see the truth of opportunity, and then coming all the way down to what's this? A lost soul just trying to find the definition of unity. But that's so powerful. The fact is that I've seen what's on the other side. I know it's not true, and yet I do have hope that outside is better than inside. You know what I mean? So when I look outside, I'm like, okay, cool. I wish one day I can be out there. Then I look inside into what is, all right? Then I say to myself, hey man, I've been through this, I've been through that. I'm just a lost soul trying to find the definition of unity. Now I'm basically saying I'm alone, lonely, a lonely bird in the cage, In order to get out there, he has to first figure out who he is first. That's what's so powerful about this thing, about this poem. It talks about life in general. In order to grow, in order to be set free, you can have so much money in the world and yet not be at peace with who you are, not be at peace with yourself, not be at peace with your life, not be joyful, not be happy. You can, would you rather cry in a Ferrari than in a taxi or something? But damn, man, if you own that taxi, if you own that bus or that small car, you don't have to pay it off. And yet you have to pay off the Ferrari, even though you're crying in the Ferrari. At the end of the month, you still have to pay for it. At the end of the month, you still got bills that you're stressing about. And yet when you go out into the world, everyone looks at you and says, yo, there's Stones with the Ferrari or whatever, I don't know, just something to think about, but it's powerful the way I put it. So now there's this bird looking at himself saying, before it was this, before it was that. I'm just a lost soul trying to find people to move with. A squad, people that I can call my own. But is there? That's the bird outside the cage. That's what's so powerful now, because he's inside the cage and yet he's dreaming about being outside. Let's move on to the next. Take me as I am, for I am free. Free of the judgment, free of the guilt, free of being me when freedom is eternally built. Let's stop there. This is going to be long. I'm sorry about this, but yo. So then now, this bird is outside of the cage. At first, he was stuck inside, looking at himself, right? Just as a perspective of just the outer layer of things. Nothing deep, nothing internal. It's just the outer layer, right? Take me as I am, the bird in the cage, right? Quite cool. Then take me as I am, for I am a genuine soul. Then this bird starts thinking to himself like, damn, I'm stuck in this cage. I wonder how it is to be outside of the cage. So now he's dreaming. He's saying, but the only way to get out there is to first fix myself. The only way to be free is to be free internally, to be free with my own space, to be at peace with me. Okay, cool. Then he's outside of the cage. Now there's a perspective of him being outside. So finally we get, take me as I am, for I am free. Free of the judgments, free of the guilt, free of being me when freedom is eternally built. So what's so nice about it, I don't know, the way it flows, I find it to be quite spectacular, the way it flows. So now the bird is free. The bird is outside of the cage. Okay? We don't know how, but he's outside. This is the power of the mind. Once you set your mind out that I am free internally, I will ultimately be free out there. So then now this bird has finally got a perspective of how it is to be outside of the cage. So he finally says, take me as I am, for I am free. Free of the judgment, free of the guilt, free of being me when freedom is eternally built. So now he's looking back into the cage and he's saying, damn, I'm free from the guilt that I was feeling inside. I'm free of being judged. I'm free of being me when finally freedom is built inside of me, So now he's outside of the cage. He's looking at the perspective of saying, I'm looking back and yet I'm outside. Let's continue. Free of the judgment, free of the guilt, free of being me when freedom is eternally built. When that perfect harmony sounds, I can truly hear. For I no longer hear the complaints, the negativity, the cry of laziness. Pride is what truly sets you back. Okay, and then before we jump the gun, let's start with this. So now he's talking about what's this? When the perfect harmony sounds. So now he's outside. He's already had a perspective of what the outside world looks like, what it is to be free, what it is to be at peace with himself. So now he has a basic understanding of what he thinks or what he believes it to be. There's this beautiful quote that I want to add to it by Trevor Noah. He actually said, that your dreams are just the perspective of the knowledge you already know. So you can go to each individual and ask them, what is your dream exactly? If their dream is just to reach this specific goal, then that means their knowledge of the world is this. You know, if you go to somebody and they say, my dream is to be this big, or to be this known, to be, you know, then that means that their knowledge of the world is this. To be honest with you, I'm not too sure if it was for my cousin's wedding or so. It was in Joburg. So I came to Joburg and I was walking around Rosebank and I was saying, wow, this looks like New York. It looks like a New York vibe. Everyone was on their own mission. I saw a guy wearing a suit and tie. Saw a guy with a briefcase. I saw like this hippie kind of guy. I saw this lady. She was like she was wearing like this hostess type of outfit. I saw these guys with like the skateboard look, street style. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. Everybody's doing them. Everybody's doing what exactly they meant to do, what exactly they want to do. You know what I mean? But it is so sad because what I've seen in the movies of New York, of like Times Square, I was seeing that and I was experiencing that in Joburg itself. You know, which is quite sad, quite upsetting, because if I felt that such a spiritual awakening, such a valued memory that I'll keep till the rest, you know, and I've never even been to New York, I've never even experienced the real thing. Imagine how sad that is, that my dreams are so short, saying, wow, I'm in New York, but I'm actually in Joburg. Now imagine if I'm in New York, wow, I'm in New York, I wonder how's Paris. You know what I mean? So your dreams are just basically the knowledge. The bigger your dreams, the amount of knowledge you have, if I want to put it in that sense. So when that perfect harmony sounds, I can truly hear. Right? So now when you're outside, you hearing that perfect harmony. You hearing the peace, the quiet of what you think it is to be. Then you go for, I hear no longer complaints, negativity, cry of laziness, pride is what truly sets you back. So now you're thinking back to the past again, you're thinking back to the cage, because now remember, the cage is the past. But at the end of the video, I'm going to explain that it's actually not the past, that's all in one. You know? So when you're looking back of you in the cage, you're saying, I can no longer hearing. I'm talking about another sense. You can also see something, you can smell something, you can hear something. So I'm saying, I can no longer hear the negativity running through my mind. Can no longer hear the complaints, the cry of laziness. Pride, that's a big word, pride. I feel like pride gets a hold of everyone too. So pride is what truly sets you back. And then as I was writing this piece, I'm saying to myself, what can I add that will cause a bit of a rumble? What can I add that will cause just something that will lift up into a climax and then just drop into being at peace. So now this bird is outside of the cage. He's finally realizing what's outside, the harmony of the sounds. For he no longer hears the past, the negativity behind him. He's seeing a new perspective of what he thought it was, but it's actually not. Then he gets on into this. I can truly hear. For I no longer hear the complaints, the negativity, the cry of laziness. Pride is what truly sets you back. For I smell the aroma of faith. I have hope that my dreams will surely arise like a rose through concrete. And yes, I do know what's at stake, but I'm willing to fight fight through those bars. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Not for the evil on the other side, not for the teardrop through my mother's eyes, not for the hurt of seeing my hero fall. I'm surely traumatized. Why are you afraid of the promised land of good? For a good man is far greater than great. I just want to prove them wrong. I just want to prove you wrong. I just want to prove me. I'm gonna stop it right there. So now I get this perspective of, well, the bird gets a perspective. He's looking outside into the world and he's saying, wow, I can hear the sounds of harmony. I can hear the sounds of peace. For I no longer hear the past. I no longer hear what was. I hear what is. Okay? And then going into different senses, I like using different senses. I don't like to just be direct to things with my writing, you know. So I say, for I smell the aroma of faith. Just that alone. Just that alone. For I smell the aroma of faith. Now this bird is outside. This bird is outside of the cage. And yet he has faith. But ultimately he had faith in the cage in order to find peace into yourself, ultimately, which gives you the faith. But you're looking outside into what is, but what you see is not what you see. But the faith is what gets you outside of the cage. The faith gives you the understanding that even though what I think is, it's actually not. And I'm okay with it being not. You understand what I'm saying? So now this bird is saying, for I smell the aroma of faith. I have hope that my dreams will surely arise. I have hope that my dreams will surely arise. So now this bird has faith that what I see is something I've never imagined, I've never thought of. For I have hope that my dreams will surely arise like a rose through concrete. And yes, I do know what's at stake, but I am willing to fight. This bird is in the place of the unknown. For what you see is not what you see. This bird is looking outside, has a different smell of faith, has a different sound, is hearing a different sound of harmony, has a different peripheral view of what is. So now this bird is saying, okay, I know that I am in an unknown place. I know that I am lost, but I have hope that my dreams will surely arise. Now a rose to grow through concrete is something almost impossible. But because of the hardship you had in the cage, you know, outside of the cage, you will have peace. You will understand that I can go through this unknown feeling. I can take the next step into what is, knowing I don't know where I'm going, what am I doing. I just know that I have faith and I have hope that my dreams will grow through the concrete like a rose. And yes, we do know what's at stake, but I'm willing to fight. So now this bird has found peace in itself, now is willing to fight outside of the world. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Whew. When I was writing that, I felt the goosebumps, like lifting up out of my arms. I felt it. So this bird is finally scared, being set out into the world of the unknown. Not for the evil on the other side. This bird is not scared of the evil on the other side. This bird is not scared of the teardrop through his mother's eyes, through the mama bird's eyes. This bird is not scared of seeing his hero fall. And yes, he's surely traumatized. But why are you afraid? Now the bird is asking himself, now the bird is asking himself, saying, listen, I know this is going to be hard. I'm in the place of the unknown. I am scared, but I'm not scared of the evil that I'm going to come across. I'm not scared of seeing my ultimate hero cry. I'm not scared of seeing my hero fall right in front of me. Even though I am traumatized by it, I'm not scared. But I sit back and I ask myself, why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of the promised land of good? So now I'm sitting back saying, but you know what? I'm actually quite afraid of going to this place, going into the unknown. Why though? Why are you afraid of the promised land of good? For you knowing yourself, a good man is far greater than a great man. Now I can also put that in another video. But would you rather be a good man, or would you rather be a great man? Would you rather be a man put up on the pedestal, everybody looking at him? Now this is also another video that I could also shout out on. Would you rather be a great man that the world looks up to and says, wow, he is the man? Or would you rather be a good man, even though the world views you as down here? God looks at you as up here. You understand what I'm saying? In the world point of view, you are a great man, a great leader, you are up here. But God's saying, what made you become so great in this devilish world? You know? For why don't you just be a good man and in the spirit world be a great warrior? Something to think about. So why are you afraid of the promised land of good? Why are you afraid of the genuineness, the pureness on the other side? Knowing damn well a good man is far greater than a great man. That's what this bird is saying to himself. Then this bird goes on to saying, I just want to prove them wrong. That's the world. I just want to prove you wrong. That's the bird talking to a specific individual. That's a bird talking to a specific somebody. That's a bird talking to somebody who is directly in front of them. That could also mean the bird talking to the man in the mirror. Then he goes on to saying, I just want to prove them wrong. I just want to prove you wrong. I just want to prove me. ... Finally, to end it off, this bird has a clear view, a clear understanding of himself, of what he's got himself into, and of where he wants to go, where he finally realizes, I'm not afraid of the unknown. I'm not afraid of the evil. I'm not afraid of looking deep into myself. I'm not afraid of seeing my hero fall. I'm not afraid of being traumatized. I'm not afraid of none of that. I'm not afraid of what the world views this bird. The only thing I'm afraid of, the only thing, which actually one of my, how can I call it, mentors that I look up to, he actually said it, which actually brought a tear to my eye. And I don't usually get that emotional, but when he said it, it touched my soul. This man actually said that men are not afraid of going into the war, of going into battle, getting scars, getting hurt, getting torn apart, getting rejected. Men are not afraid of that. The only thing men are afraid of, which I can agree to myself, I'm not afraid of failing. I'm not afraid of falling down. I'm not afraid of being hurt. I'm not afraid of none of that. This bird finally realizes, I just want to prove them wrong. I just want to prove you wrong. I just want to prove me. He pauses and he thinks, and he finally gets down on his knees and he looks up and he says, you know what? The only thing I'm afraid of is the fear of success. Let me play this clip again. Maybe you'll understand it a bit better. For I no longer hear the complaints, the negativity, the cry of laziness. Pride is what truly sets you back. For I smell the aroma of faith. I have hope that my dreams will surely arise like a rose through concrete. And yes, I do know what's at stake, but I'm willing to fight. fight through those bars. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Not for the evil on the other side, not for the teardrop through my mother's eyes, not for the hurt of seeing my hero fall. I'm surely traumatized. Why are you afraid of the promised land of good? For a good man is far greater than great. I just want to prove them wrong. I just want to prove you wrong. I just want to prove me. The fear of success.
Wow. Wow.
Would you rather believe a faithful lie or an unforgiving truth?
Let me pause it there. Then to end it off, this bird has finally realized who he is and who he is destined to become. This bird has finally realized, in order to cross that line, in order to become a good man, in order to walk through salvation, he needs to get over the fear of success. That's when the whole, it was almost inclining, it was rising, the moment was building up. It was building up. I just want to prove them wrong. I just want to prove you. I just want to prove me. And then it just pauses in silence, where he's finally clear of thought, when all of the emotions was rushing through him, through this bird. And then finally he realized, and he says, you know what? The only thing I need to get through is the fear of success. To end it off, this bird finally says to himself, would you rather believe a faithful lie or an unforgiving truth? A faithful lie meaning, would you rather believe a lie that the world tells you to be true? Would you rather believe a lie that everybody looks at you and says, congratulations, you done so well on this, congratulations, you achieved so much, congratulations on being you? Even though it's faithful, people have a pure heart of saying that, but it's a lie. Or would you rather be or believe that 1% of what people say to you, the truth of what will set you free? Even though it's so unforgiving, would you rather believe that truth, or would you rather be lied to? To end it off, take me as I am, for I am a believer. You can have faith, you can have confidence, you can release that pridefulness from you, that lust from you, that greed, that hunger for all the sinful things. You can release all that from you. But if you don't believe in the one and true only, if you don't believe in where you're going, if you don't believe in who you are, you will forever be stuck in a cage. Let's end it off there.
Or an unforgiving truth. Take me as I am, for I am a believer. The bird stuck in the cage.
True. Something so powerful. So to end it off, I got a question for you. Do you think the bird will forever be stuck in a cage, now knowing that the only fear he has to defeat and conquer is the fear of succeeding? The fear of failing is easy to conquer, but the fear of succeeding is something impossible to do. That's talking on a man's perspective. I feel like I should talk more on that, but that means I have to go deeper. But yeah, take me as I am. Sure. Thank you for watching, man. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That was just a little bit of an insight of what I actually meant in this poem, what the bird represents, what the bird's perspective of what life is, of what being stuck, being free, and being in actually means. So I hope you enjoyed that. to end it off, this channel is not for those that are still listening. This channel is not for it is what it is mindsets. It's not for that. It's not for those people that have a it is what it is mindset. Nah, I'm not that type of person. I don't just brush things off. I'm an overthinker, so I can't walk the earth saying it is what it is, man. That's not me. Even though I am calm and collective, I am a chill person, but that's not me. I'm more of a type of person that will say, how can it be is when what is not it is? You know? That didn't make sense to me. I know that don't make sense to you, but how can it be is when what is not what it is? I don't know. Thank you for watching. Just please subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. We'll be posting more. Don't forget to like this video. Comment what was your first thoughts, what was your first initial thoughts on this video. Take me as I am. And I hope you guys go back and actually watch it just to get a better understanding of it. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.